Hello students, welcome to our channel, Grade 9 Geography Unit 1 Tutorials, the evolving definition of geography from Earth description to spatial science. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Lesson 1, Meaning of Geography. Geography is a fascinating subject that helps us understand the world around us. It is an ancient field of study that began with the Greeks. This lesson will review the 5 historical definitions that scholars have defined it over time and finally explains the modern definition. By the end, you will understand geography as a subject and its importance in studying the Earth. Let us trace the historical evolution of geography's definition through the contributions of key scholars. 1. Eratosthenes' definition, the description of the Earth. The term geography was first used by a Greek philosopher named Eratosthenes, who lived from 276 to 194 BC. Eratosthenes is often considered the father of geography. He made significant contributions, including calculating the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy and creating one of the earliest world maps. In Eratosthenes' view, the description of the Earth means studying and explaining the Earth's surface and its features like land, oceans, and continents using careful observations and measurements. As the person who first used the term geography from Greek words geo, which means earth, graphos, which means writing or describing. By combining two Greek words, Eratosthenes defined geography as the description of the Earth. Eratosthenes focused on understanding the planet's size, shape, and layout. For example, he measured the Earth's circumference by comparing shadows in different places, showing how math could help describe the Earth. He also made one of the first world maps to show how different regions fit together. For Eratosthenes, describing the Earth was about creating a clear, organized picture of the planet's physical features and their arrangement, using science to make sense of the world. 2. Alexander von Humboldt definition, a way to connect general ideas with specific details. Over time, scholars gave new definitions to geography as the subject grew. In the 19th century, Alexander von Humboldt, a famous geographer, described geography as a way to connect general ideas with specific details. Humboldt believed geography should go beyond just describing places and instead focus on how everything land, weather, plants, and people interacts. In Eratosthenes' definition, describing places refers to the traditional approach of detailing the characteristics of specific locations, such as their physical features such as its mountains, rivers, valleys, forests, soil, climate, and population. However, Humboldt expanded this idea beyond simply listing facts about a place like its size, landmarks, or resources. He emphasized understanding how these elements connect and interact, such as how a region's mountains affect its weather or how its rivers support agriculture. Humboldt's geography aimed to tell a story about how natural and human features work together to shape a region and its role in the broader world. 3. Oxford Dictionary definition, the science of the Earth's surface. The concise Oxford Dictionary defined geography as the science of the Earth's surface. This definition focused on studying the land, oceans, and everything on the Earth's surface. 4. Richard Hartshorne definition, giving an accurate and organized description. In the 20th century, Richard Hartshorne said geography is about giving an accurate and organized description of things spread out on the Earth's surface, like forests, cities, or deserts. His definition emphasized order and clarity in studying the Earth. 5. Morris Yeatis definition, explaining spatial location patterns. Another scholar, Morris Yeatis, in 1968, described geography as a science that develops and tests ideas to explain why things are located where they are. For example, why are some cities near rivers? Why do certain plants grow in specific places? Yeats' definition shows that geography is not just about describing the Earth, but also about predicting patterns. All these definitions share a common idea. Geography studies the Earth, especially its surface. However, geography is a dynamic subject, which means it changes over time and comes to modern definition. Modern definition of geography. As people learn more about the world, the way geography is studied also evolves. For example, modern geography looks at not just physical features like mountains and rivers, but also living things like plants, animals, and humans. It also studies how these things interact and change over time. A widely accepted modern definition of geography is this: geography is the scientific study of the Earth that describes and analyzes spatial and temporal variations of physical, biological, and human phenomena, and their interrelationships and dynamism over the surface of the Earth. In simple words, geography studies where things are, why they are there, and how they change over time. It looks at physical things like landforms, biological things like plants and animals, and human things like cities and cultures. In summary, geography is a subject that helps us understand the Earth and everything on it. It began with the Greeks, who called it the description of the Earth. Over time, scholars like Eratosthenes, Humboldt, Hartshorne, and Yeatis gave definitions that focused on describing the Earth's surface, mapping it, and explaining why things are where they are. Today, geography is a science that studies physical, biological, and human features, their locations, and how they interact and change. Understanding geography helps us make sense of our world and its many patterns. Review questions with answers. Question 1. What is the origin of the word geography? Answer. The word geography comes from two Greek words, geo, meaning earth, and graphos, meaning writing or describing, together meaning describing the earth. Question 2. Who first coined the term geography and how did they define it? Answer. Eratosthenes, a Greek philosopher 276 to 190 for BC, coined the term and defined geography as the description of the earth. Question 3. How did Alexander von Humboldt define geography? Answer. Humboldt defined geography as a discipline that connects general ideas with specific details through measurement, mapping, and a focus on regions. Question 4. According to the modern definition, what does geography study? Answer. Geography studies spatial and temporal variations of physical, biological, and human phenomena, their interrelationships, and changes over the Earth's surface. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.